It all began with signing of superstar Cristiano Ronaldo with a 2.5-year contract, estimated by media to be worth more than $220 million. To former Real Madrid striker Karim Benzema, Jordan Henderson, former Aston Villa's manager Steven Gerrard, and PSG's Neymar. Saudi Arabia wants to create its own superstar football league with plans to disrupt the global football industry.
I think the Saudis have put everyone on notice. The values that are being reported are 5 to 6 times the salaries that they're being offered in Europe. So certainly any athlete that's offered that, again, they have short careers in football, they definitely have to consider that because they'll have to sustain themselves on that money for the rest of their lives.
Saudi's critics say the kingdom may be seeking to improve its reputation with these high-profile deals and distract from its human rights record. But the man behind the Saudi Pro League, Carlo Nora, says the country has to defend its own interests.
Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. We've got a plan, we've got a strategy. It's a long-term approach. This isn't a flash in the pan and we're going to go away next year. We've just opened a new channel for players that didn't exist. And why can it not be in the Middle East? Why can it not be in Saudi Arabia? Why does it have to be exclusively in Europe? We are challenging the status quo. What we're doing something for Saudi Arabia. We're doing something for the local people. And that's something that everybody else has got to get comfortable with.
What do you say to that, the counter of that argument, that they're coming here for the money?
At the moment, all we can do is put on the product. And as you could see, it's not one player, it's multiple players. It's not one club, it's multiple clubs. It is elevating the tide that's going to raise all ships. But it's not enough for me to just tell you these things. It's going to take a bit of time for everybody to be convinced that that's where we want to go. And other leagues have been through the same thing. MLS comes to mind. It's taken them many years, and they have evolved over time. And it will be exactly the same journey for us.
What is the strategy? Why are you doing what you're doing?
SPL was given various objectives a few years ago to improve on-pitch performance with world-class players involved, to increase the number of attendees, and to drive the commercialization of the league through the assets that we control. And combining all of those three, then to move ourselves up the league ladder to become one of the respected top 5, top 10 leagues in the world. And what we've seen with the Ronaldo factor is record attendances in the 22-23 season just passed. We've seen interest across the world through our broadcast rights. What is clear is that the interest is just growing day by day.
So tell me about what your targets are in terms of economic contribution and GDP contribution.
We're grounded in the vision of the entire country and where Vision 30 wants to take Saudi Arabia. So we feel that the commitment to continue to drive and support the league is imperative for our future. But I also have to say this, football should be a net contributor to GDP. We shouldn't be sitting here talking about how much it's costing the country. It should be about how much we're contributing to the country.
How confident are you that you can pull that off?
It's not a choice. We have to. We're busy developing an industry here. What we can't do is continue to import talent to manage the industry for us. There are more than capable talent in Saudi Arabia that can be groomed to take over the reins and continue to build on the foundations that we've set for them.